Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Great to be back.
Today, we're plunging headfirst into quite an intricate stack of source material. We've got excerpts from Doctor Who, Lucifer Rising by Jim Mortimore and Andy Lane.
A hefty one, yeah.
Now, even if you're not, a deep Whovian, don't worry.
No, not at all.
Our mission is basically to pull out the most fascinating bits from this novel. We'll clarify the sci-fi concepts as we go.
Absolutely.
We're talking like alien tech that bends physics, serious corporate plotting,
Oh, yeah, the corporate stuff gets dark.
and this huge cosmic mystery. The stakes are way bigger than just one planet.
Definitely. It's not just a story, is it? It really explores grief, the edges of science, and, well, how weird life can actually be.
Right.
We'll try and connect the dots, between this one death at the start and these huge galactic events later on. Hopefully you'll have a few aha moments.
Sounds good. So buckle up, everyone. Let's unpack this trip to the Lucifer system. It's a place where science and maybe something older, they get pretty close.
Yeah, the lines blur.
Okay, so our deep dive kicks off with Project Eden. It's a human science mission way out in the Lucifer system.
And this system orbits a red giant star, right? One that's nearing the end of its life, a really dramatic setting.
Totally. The team's based on two of Lucifer's moons, Belial and Moloch.
And connecting them is this structure, the bridge, which is just baffling right from the start. Alien engineering.
Yeah, completely baffling, and the mystery hits you straight away.
It really does. You're immediately confronted with Paula Engado's death. She falls into Lucifer's atmosphere in her starsuit.
The description's intense. Her suit fails, the toxic gases.
Horrible. And her last words, "Only in death do we find peace. Only from death do we learn of life." It just hangs there.
So it's a very particular, kind of profound and grim tone, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
And Paula's father, Miles Engado, he's the project coordinator, he's devastated.
Understandably. Watching the drone footage, the source mentions his tears like comets. Powerful image.
Yeah. He comes up with like 4 possible reasons for her death. Technical fault, maybe carelessness.
Or maybe these native angels they're trying to study.
Right, that's option 3. Or maybe just some weird atmospheric thing on Lucifer itself.
So many unknowns.
He even calls in an adjudicator, this guy Bishop. Basically an off-world investigator.
To try and get some answers, which leads to the question, what are these angels?
Exactly. What are they? The sources say they're mysterious, they don't like machines.
And they haven't responded at all. It's like the humans are just shouting into the void.
Pretty much. The team's working completely blind on that front. Does the source ever explain why they're shy of tech? Is it cultural or something deeper?
That's a good point. The source implies it might be fundamental to their nature, something incompatible with machinery, but it stays quite mysterious early on.
Okay, so that's the setup. But things really get shaken up when this eccentric guy arrives. Gaudy pullover, Panama hat.
The doctor.
The doctor, yeah, along with Ace and Bernice Summerfield.
Ace, the explosives expert, and Bernice, the archaeologist. Quite the team.
And the doctor, he just cuts through the official stuff. He sees things differently, like using paint molecules to bypass security.
Ah, yeah. Classic doctor. Not some sonic screwdriver trick, but clever science. It shows his unique way of thinking.
Which is exactly what's needed here.
Absolutely. Especially when you look at the alien tech. That bridge, for instance. It's described as, an extruded monofilament woven into a tubular shaft.
Basically, yeah. An elevator made of a single, impossibly strong thread.
But here's the really wild part. The moons, Belial and Moloch, and the bridge, they're orbiting inside Lucifer's Roche limit.
Okay, so the Roche limit, that's the point where gravity should just rip things apart, right? Tidal forces.
Precisely. They should have been destroyed ages ago, but they haven't been.
So the aliens who built this, their physics was just on another level entirely, defying fundamental forces.
Phenomenal expertise. Protecting Moloch for who knows how long. And the doctor, he picks up on this fast. He says the system is way more than it looks.
He figures out Moloch, the lower moon, is hollow.
Hollow, yeah, and it supports this bizarre artificial ecology, these translucent undulants, strange plants.
Wow. And the bridge. It's not just a lift between moons.
Not at all. The doctor realizes it was hiding in plain sight, too obvious to see.
So what is it then, if it's not just ruins?
Okay, get this. The bridge and Moloch together, They form a whomping great accumulator.
An accumulator, like a battery.
Exactly, a massive cosmic scale battery. It's harvesting energy from the variations in Lucifer's magnetic field. The dying red giant star kicks out these exotic particles.
Okay.
They interact with the planet Lucifer's magnetic field, and boom, huge energy source. The alien structures tap right into it.
That's incredible. So the lift's weird movements?
Not random. It's following isogonal contours, lines of equal magnetic field strength that's navigating this invisible energy landscape.
Wow. A planet-sized power plant just sitting there harvesting cosmic energy. I mean, that changes everything.
It completely reframes Project Eden. They thought they were exploring ruins, but they're sitting on this active, colossal machine.
And the arrogance, maybe, of not even considering that possibility.
Well, yeah. And with that kind of power potential revealed, human interest, shall we say, shifts dramatically.
You mean greed?
Pretty much. Where there's power, there's usually someone wanting to control it.
Right. So suddenly the context changes. Earth Central, the old government, apparently ceased to exist.
Replaced by the Earth Alliance of corporations. And one corporation in particular makes its move, IMC.
Interstellar Mining Company. Sounds friendly.
Not so much. Their representative is called Legion, and Legion isn't one person.
Oh yeah, this is creepy. It's a multi-voiced, multi-bodied thing, like the corporation made flesh, or multiple fleshes.
A perfect symbol for that kind of sprawling, faceless corporate power, right? Legion arrives to take over Project Eden, officially to exploit mineral wealth.
But they're completely unaware of the energy accumulator, presumably.
Seems that way initially. They just see resources, but their methods are ruthless.
Which brings us back to Paula's death.
Exactly. Turns out it wasn't an accident. Or the angels. Or the atmosphere.
It was IMC.
Indirectly. One of the team, Piper O'Rourke, planted an IMC virus in the starsuits. Under duress, it seems, but still.
Causing malfunction.
Ugh.
So Paula's suit failure wasn't random?
Nope. And it also killed another team member, Sam Russell. It was all part of IMC's plan to get intel and muscle their way in.
And there was another death, too, wasn't there? Federic Moshe-Raban.
Right, staged as a suicide by an IMC agent to cover tracks. But the doctor spotted the inconsistency. She was left-handed. The knife was in her right. Classic detective work.
Always the details. But the doctor, he lets himself get caught by Bishop the Adjudicator.
He does, but it's all part of his game. He uses his incarceration as a way to flush out the IMC agent. It's a setup.
He even planted his own virus. That seems unlike him.
It does, but the purpose was different. Very long-term, very doctor. It was designed to give protection on a handful of potential freedom fighters against a future Dalek invasion, way off in 2158.
Whoa. Okay, that's a serious long game. Linking this incident to the Dalek Wars decades later.
It raises the stakes massively. And there's another layer, Ace, his companion.
What about Ace?
Turns out she's working for IMC too, or rather she was manipulated by them.
No, serious.
Yeah. They used her to get the doctor to the Lucifer system in the first place.
Why?
To gather intel on a future total exclusion zone that's going to form around Lucifer. IMC sees it as strategically vital for the upcoming Dalek War.
So Ace manipulated the doctor. Does she tell him?
She does. She admits IMC asked her, basically pressured her into getting him there for that specific reason. It puts a huge strain on their relationship, obviously.
Wow, that's heavy. The companion actively working against him, even if manipulated. Does the book explore how that feels for her or for him?
It does touch on Ace's internal conflict, yeah.
Yeah.
The loyalty versus the mission, and the doctor. He acknowledges the moral gray area. He admits manipulating people, even for good ends, can be almost as evil as the things he fights.
That's quite an admission from him. It really adds complexity to his character. He's not just the hero swooping in.
Not at all. He's playing cosmic chess, and sometimes the pieces are his friends. It's that classic sci-fi idea, isn't it? The ruthless corporation, Legion embodying it perfectly, versus the complex, morally ambiguous hero.
Okay, so we have corporate murder, manipulation, future wars.
Yeah.
But let's circle back to the beginning. Paula Engado.
Right, because her story isn't over. Her father, Miles, remember?
Yeah, the project coordinator.
Driven by his grief and also his Tiwa traditions.
Can you remind us what the Tiwa traditions involve here?
Sure. It's presented as an indigenous Earth belief system, emphasizing a connection to ancestors, nature, spirits. It gives his grief this spiritual dimension. He feels compelled to go down to the planet Lucifer itself to confront the whale, which seems symbolic of the planet, maybe its consciousness.
Okay, spiritual quest into that toxic soup.
Yeah.
What does he find?
He finds Paula, But she's changed, radically. She's become one of the angels. She appears as these sheets of light which hid deeper firefly gleams. Her voice is distorted, bubbled, and changed.
Whoa, so she didn't just die, she transformed.
Exactly. She communicates telepathically, tells him nothing matters anymore, it's nearly time. Then she merges with other light beings, becoming part of this conglomerate creature, a spinning ring of light.
That's profoundly alien. A complete metamorphosis into energy. It blows apart ideas of life and death.
Completely. And it makes you rethink everything about the angels.
So they aren't just shy aliens. They're beings of energy, maybe even transformed humans like Paula.
Right.
And ancient.
Very ancient. The doctor figures out that weird ecology on Moloch, the sentient plants, the undulants that was an angel, a single vast living mind.
A living mind. Capable of morphic fields. What does that mean?
Morphic fields, like consciousness shaping reality, creating form through thought or energy. That's the implication. Way beyond machinery. Maybe that's why they avoid tech.
And these angels are connected to black holes.
Yeah, the doctor calls the black holes in the system gaps in reality through which anything can come. Anything. It adds this whole other layer of cosmic significance, even danger.
Okay, so how does this all wrap up? The IMC plot, the angels.
Well, IMC's meddling, trying to exploit the energy system they didn't understand, it backfires massively.
How badly?
It creates 8 quantum black holes. Tears in reality, basically.
Yikes. And the angels' response?
They react. To protect themselves, maybe, or as part of some larger plan. They transform the entire Lucifer system.
Transform it how?
Into a black void, a total exclusion zone. Utterly empty, impenetrable.
The very exclusion zone Ace was sent to investigate.
The very one. The angels basically erase their system from the map, leaving it as a warning. Don't disturb the angels at their worship, a shell to shut out the demons.
Wow, so the system just vanishes.
Gone, wiped from space-time. In the end, Miles releases Paula's Tiwa bowl, her ancestral bowl, into this blackness, a final letting go.
And the survivors, Piper, Miles.
They escape. Piper has a small packet the doctor gave her, labeled Hope. They have to live for the future, as she says. Miles, Piper, Christine, Cheryl, a few others make it out.
Leaving behind nothing. Just an empty patch of space where a star system used to be.
Exactly.
What a ride.
Yeah.
Seriously, we went from one person's tragic death.
Right the way up to an entire star system being, well, deleted, turned into a cosmic keep-out sign.
It really shows how, science, corporate greed, and these deep, almost spiritual elements can just crash into each other.
Absolutely. And the alien tech wasn't just ruins. It was alive, intelligent in a way we barely grasp. We saw what happens when humans meddle without understanding.
Devastating consequences.
Yeah.
But also that transformation aspect is incredible. Life finding a new way, even if it's completely alien to us.
It really makes you think about resilience.
It's a huge reminder, isn't it? That reality often has way more layers than we see on the surface.
Definitely. And even when things seem utterly lost, cosmic scale lost, there might still be a flicker of hope, a path forward.
For those who escape, at least.
True. So maybe the thought to leave you with is this. When you look at the systems around you, big or small, what hidden forces might be operating?
You mean like corporate interests or maybe deeper currents, shaping things in ways we don't immediately see?
Exactly. What unseen influences, cosmic or corporate or even personal beliefs, are shaping the reality you perceive? And how does thinking about that change how you act within it?
Something profound to chew on there. Thanks for unpacking that intricate story with us.
My pleasure. It was a deep dive indeed.